No Wait Podcast.
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 No Wait Podcast. No Wait.
Being labeled as a comedy podcast last time kind of puts you in a lane where like you're forced to be funny, and then you're like forced to like try and push funny shit out and do like stupid topics just to like fill stuff. So, first topic of our new format. You want to go ahead and jump in with Need for Speed?
So there's a new Need for Speed coming out. The last few weren't great, I'll say that. This new one looks like it could rival some of the best ones. My favorite is Most Wanted for obvious reasons. That had the best story, it had the best gameplay. In my opinion, it had the best cars and the best customization.
Yeah, you start off like it was like a BMW, right? It was either Mercedes or BMW. It was like silver and I think blue or some shit like that.
And you lost it.
Yeah.
You lost it your first race. And you can't win. Even if you do win the race, your engine like breaks or some shit and you still lose.
Yep. What I like about Need for Speed, like I like grinding. Like those are the best kind of games for me. Like a game where you like start off bare bones and you kind of like grind your way up. Like some of the Need for Speed games they have now, like you start off with like a really nice car. It's mostly like simulation or like street racing, but not like street racing. Like you're racing on the street, but it's not like street racing. It's not like
you can. There's like barriers and stuff.
Yeah, barriers. You can't really customize your cars. Like growing up with like Underground 2, Most Wanted, Carbon, and stuff like that. You can like put body kits on your cars, neon lights underneath, stuff like that. Like these newer ones, it seems like it's more geared towards like performance than it is like visuals and stuff like that.
I miss a good story with a racing game, because even though it's just like one type of game, like with free roam games you can do multiple things like Grand Theft Auto. There's still racing in Grand Theft Auto. That's like where racing games lack, is like you don't give a shit about the game, it's just your car.
I think that's where this new one shines at. I mean, at least in the trailer where they show like the guy walking outside the car, you have customization options for your actual player.
It looks good because I don't know. It reminds me of Most Wanted, and it's like it's a mix of simulation versus and street racing. Like during the day, you do simulation races to win money, but you can't spend that money on anything unless you get your rep up and unlock parts. That's where you go to like nighttime. Nighttime, you can do street races, and every time you do one, the cops, your wanted level becomes higher and higher. And the higher it gets and the more races you do, it acts like a multiplier. So, and the higher your wanted level goes up, the harder the cops try and take you down. And they can actually break your car, and you could just lose everything.
It sounds a lot like Most Wanted. Do you think Need for Speed can bounce back though? Like if there's so many eggs?
It definitely can, especially with like technology nowadays. Like graphics wise, gameplay wise, there's new consoles coming out. I'm surprised it's not coming out as a launch title. I feel like as much as I want to play it, I feel like it should, because that's how Need for Speed comes back.
Strictly though, like strictly exclusive for the new consoles. Because then I feel like you alienate a lot of people.
I feel like it should be a launch title for the new consoles. But then it should also sell for the old ones at the same time. Okay. So it comes out for Xbox One and Xbox, whatever the next one's called, but at the same date. So like launch date of the new Xbox.
Okay.
Because that'd be good. Because that'd be one of the first games that they play on the new Xbox. That's like a time to shine.
I'm down with it. I'll probably get it. $60 though. You think it should come out like base price? Or?
Yeah. If a game's more than $60 and you don't get anything extra, don't buy it. But then again, I never really see that.
See, I would figure a game like that should be cheaper. Like certain games, I feel like shouldn't be that much. Like a $60 game now is only like an open world RPG to me. That's the only type of game that's like really worth $60. Or
I don't think it's so much as like the type of game it is, but like the work that went into it. Because you got to think, they had to do the licensing for all of these cars they had to, which some companies probably paid them to put their cars in there, but they had to pay for licensing. They had to do like the graphics and everything because it looks really, really, really good.
Yeah.
Like marketing, the app that's associated with it, it all has to like $60 has to cover the cost of all that. So if they're not charging $60, they're probably losing money.
It's just, it burns me up to take a gamble like that. Because imagine you pay $60 and it's like the trailer was like overhyped. Like, imagine you pay $60 and you get No Man's Sky, you know? Like, a lot of
No Man's Sky wasn't $60, was it?
At launch, I think it was, right?
It might have been. I don't remember.
I think they immediately dropped it to like 45, some shit like that.
No Man's Sky.
I never played it. Seemed like a good concept.
I played it. When it first came out, I played it somehow. I don't think I bought it. I did something with it. I think I might have cracked it. When I played it, it was missing. It was lacking in every area. But nowadays, it looks really good. It's been updated a lot. There's more focus on multiplayer now, which was one of like the big things at launch. Was like, oh, you'll never meet another person. Why would you do that? You have a universe that's like ever expanding in the game. Why wouldn't you want to do that with other people?
So it's not like an MMO?
It not really. It kind of is now, in the sense like you can just invite other people and stuff, and you can see other people more often. But like that was never a focus of the game when it first came out.
So it's not like a Destiny where you go to a world and you just, you're in an event with other people and stuff like that. Oh. That's where Destiny really shined at. Like it has a really good like community. Like people still play like the raids, stuff like that. Like it's really still a really good play.
Destiny
game.
was fun, but
I liked it.
I fell off of it as soon as I beat the main story. I bought the first DLC that it came out with. It was 3 hours long.
Phew.
That's terrible. That's like when I think a DLC should be long. Especially if you're charging people like $30 or like $15 for just one of them. Because that's almost like I guess that's a fourth of the game's price.
Mm-hmm. I feel like DLC should be at least a third of the length of what the actual main story is. Like at least a decent amount.
There's one thing though, I don't like when companies do free DLC.
Why? Because
most of the free DLC that companies do is garbage. It's either free, like cosmetic things. It's like in Grand Theft Auto, sometimes they do like free cars. The cars aren't even that good. I feel like if you're paying for DLC, you should get quality. But even then, most companies don't do that. Like I'm scared of buying DLC now. When I finished Dead Space 3 in co-op, there's the co-op DLC that has the real ending in it. I never wanted to buy it because I always heard it was like an hour long, and I figured, maybe they just rushed through it. I bought it. It was $10. It was an hour long, and it had the true ending to the game, and the ending was the worst ending to any video game I've ever played. It is such a scam. It was purely to take like an extra $10 from people.
Sounds like an Avengers move.
It's terrible.
Oh, Justin.
What?
After this topic, we talk about was it D23? I think D23. Mm-hmm. Yeah, look good. Do you see the lineup for the Immortals?
The Immortals? The Immortals?
Yeah.
The Eternals?
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, Eternals. How you feel about that?
It's okay.
It's a very diverse cast, but I feel like it's too many people. Too many. Like there was like 10 people.
Yeah, that's true.
Fucking
Kit Harington's in the movie though. Game of Thrones.
Fuck him.
He plays Black Knight. It's good.
He plays Black Knight?
Black Knight.
What does he do? Riding a horse and shit?
No, he's kind of like a knight. Almost like a cosmic knight.
The only Black Knight I acknowledge is Martin Lawrence.
The movie is terrible. I hate that movie.
I love that movie.
I don't like Martin Lawrence.
What?
I don't.
He makes great movies.
Martin Lawrence is Martin Lawrence in every single movie.
Who else is he
supposed
like Will
to be? Smith.
Oh, don't hate
There's
Will Smith.
there's either funny Will Smith or action Will Smith. Action Will Smith is the same exact person in every movie.
Oh, there's drama Will Smith. You ever seen 7 Pounds?
Drama Will Smith is trash.
Oh, hell no.
He's trash. It's like he was in that one episode of Fresh Prince. He's like, why my dad don't want me?
I had 13 good birthdays without him. Damn him! Oh, man. Yeah, but Need for Speed should be pretty good.
Mm-hmm. I think it'll be. I'm definitely gonna get it
next year or this year. It drops
this year. I think it's October 6th. Maybe it's sometime in October.
Cool.
Or November. It's co-op, so you can actually like create a crew, drive out at night. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Have we found out yet if it has like an actual story mode or?
It probably does. I doubt it's just racing, because you have to have something more than that. After a while, that's going to get boring.
Well, Need for Speed is notorious with like fucking corny ass cutscenes and stuff like that. But it'd be nice. Their cutscenes are always shot really nice. Like even like back in like the PS3 360 days, like their cutscenes were really like high definition. It's cool. Any other games coming out end of this year worth?
When does Avengers come out?
I'm not sure. I'll watch like the little prologue of it. Mm-hmm. Looks nice.
So I'm not getting it. I'm already saying that. I already know I'm gonna hate the majority of the game in like some parts, because when I watch the gameplay, Iron Man's gameplay looks terrible. Hulk's looks terrible. The only one that looks good is Captain America. That's it. And it's mainly because he just operates like Batman in the Arkham games.
I mean, maybe that's the point of them releasing this footage. Maybe they're going to release it, take some criticism, go back, fix a couple
But they already did that, though. The first trailer they did, everyone said that their faces were like fucked up and they look ugly. They fixed them. They fixed them. They look better now. But I don't know. It just seems like a game for kids. And that makes sense because it's like superheroes.
Yeah.
But like, it's a Square Enix game.
I don't think it's geared towards hardcore gamers. Like, no pro's gonna play this game. Like, esports, fucking Avengers League.
I don't know.
I guess it's something to watch out for.
What I really want, I want another Arkham game.
So I never beat Arkham Knight. That's
Arkham
hard.
Knight is the second best superhero game I've ever played.
What's the first?
Spider-Man.
Okay.
PS4.
I was about to say that game is incredible.
The game is great.
That game does for me what Batman doesn't. Batman is a really good game. It kind of works just like Spider-Man in a way, but Spider-Man's visuals.
Spider-Man works like Batman.
Wow.
It came up before Spider-Man.
But Spider-Man's a real superhero, though.
What the fuck?
He has spider sense and all that.
Batman's basically a superhero.
Batman would have fucking died.
Batman will beat the shit out of Spider-Man.
He would have got fucking some shit.
Batman could take down the entire Justice League if he wanted to.
Batman supports ISIS, so he's a funder of ISIS. You know, Iron Man supports ISIS. That was ISIS in the first movie.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No.
He was that rocket he was testing out in the field. His codename ISIS. Oh shit.
But I don't want another Arkham. They have to be working on something. People said they were working on a superhero game, but then they came out a Superman game, and then they came out. They're like, we're not working on fucking Superman. Because I feel like in any aspect, a Superman game does not work.
No, he's too powerful.
He's basically a cheat code.
Yeah. Unless you do it like an origin story and maybe you build up his powers. So maybe he doesn't have everything at once. Maybe you start off just really strong. You fight people on the ground. Then eventually you learn to fly. And then you learn X-ray vision and the beams and shit like that.
He learned all that when he was a kid. You can't really have kids fighting like big ass adults and stuff.
Well, talking about Spider-Man, the Spider-Man versus Batman. Like, Spider-Man had a really good visual. Like, it was really bright. You could go down and talk to people. Batman was fucking shitty. Like
it wasn't.
It was raining every day. Everything was dark. Nobody was
That's
outside.
Batman. He is dark.
If they were outside, they just wanted to kill you and shit.
How are you doing? No, he beats the shit out of people and then goes home.
It's not a bad game. It's just I feel like Spider-Man.
In some ways, I kind of
prefer.
prefer Batman over Spider-Man. Overall, I like Spider-Man better because I like the tone of Batman.
What had a better story to you?
Batman, Arkham Knight.
Okay, I can see.
I really like Spider-Man's story, but I don't know. Batman's is just like it feels more like it's on like a larger scale.
Okay,
and I like that.
Yeah, definitely. I haven't beat Batman, so I can't give like too much of an opinion on the story. But Spider-Man, like it was so good, it could have been its own like Spider-Man movie. Like it was that fucking good.
They turned it into a comic, so that there's a line of like Spider-Man PS4 comics now.
Jesus. Same thing with Into the Spider-Verse. Like that was a really good like standalone Spider-Man movie. I loved it.
I think it was overhyped. I think it's overrated. It's a really good movie, but it's not a great movie. It'd be good if like you're introducing someone to Spider-Man for the first time.
Miles Morales. That's the first time I ever heard of
trash. Miles Morales is absolute fucking garbage. Not in the movie. Well, actually, yeah, in the movie, he's trash. I hate his character. The only one that I really like is the older Spider-Man.
The fat one who fucking left Mary Jane.
She left him.
He's fucking crying like a little bitch.
But no, he was the best character in the movie. Honestly, I see a whole movie just about him.
I like Gwen. Gwen was dope.
Fuck.
Spider Pig.
Like that's all. That's inclusive.
Who the fuck was the Asian robot Spider-Man? I've never even heard of that shit.
I've never seen her. I know she exists in some format though.
I was like, who is this? Who's Spider Robot?
Spider-Man Noir. There is a Spider-Man Noir, but I don't know his character. I feel like you didn't need You didn't need the Asian Spider-Man. You didn't need the Pig Spider-Man.
Pig Spider-Man was just like a gimmick. It was just to make people laugh.
You have to show like multiversal Spider-Man, so I get it. It makes sense.
Is Spider Pig straightly from Simpsons, right? Or is it like a real thing?
I don't know.
Because the only time I ever heard Spider Pig was in the Simpsons movie.
I don't know.
Spider Pig, Spider Pig.
I don't know. Yeah. The story is just kind of
Gears of War 5. Thoughts on that coming out? I haven't played like a serious Gears of War since Gears of War 3, so I'm like flabbergasted, like who the fuck they're even fighting. So because they beat the Locust.
I think the Locust evolved or something.
Of course they
did. After 3, I never thought they were going to make another one, and they did not.
There was no point. There was literally no need to make it.
But I kind of. I don't know. Then I played 4. 4 wasn't bad, but it did not feel like Gears of War. In half the game, you fight robots. You don't fight the new Locust. And in 5, I don't even know what the fuck it's about. It has Marcus Phoenix still. It has all the characters from 4. All the characters from 3 except Anya. She died.
They should have
mid-game in the middle of games.
They should have Dom come back. Like as a zombie.
as like a locust zombie.
Dom and then all the Carmines just come back.
That'd be cool.
Oh man. I mean, I guess that's it with video games. Cyberpunk comes out next year. I can't think of anything big. They'll maybe announce something probably a couple months for like Christmas time, you think? Because usually big games drop around the holiday season.
I don't think so. What I think is going to happen is if it hasn't been announced by like October, it won't come out unless it's for the new console.
New console drops this Christmas?
Next Christmas.
Oh shit! You got a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm indifferent on that. I don't know if I'm gonna get it or not.
I don't really feel like there's a need for a new console because the main reason why. Go away. The main reason why I got an Xbox One X is because I have a 4K TV.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it looks so good now. How much How much different can it look with a new console?
But
I mean, it's gonna boost like performance, like frames per second, make games more stable. But it's like, why? That's like when people talk about, I'm gonna get an 8K monitor. You're not gonna do shit. Nothing plays in 8K. You're wasting your money.
Supercomputer. Yeah.
I don't think there's a need for a new console.
I feel like not right away, because they always come out with different versions like a year later.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
they said, okay, so they said something about this Xbox is like they're not gonna do a second version, or they're not going to do more than 2. They said something like that. They're just not going to do what they did with the Xbox One. There's four different versions of the Xbox One. There's the original, the S, the all digital, and then the Xbox One X.
The all digital. What's that?
It doesn't have a disc drive.
Oh, okay.
So it's strictly you have to download games.
I never heard of that one.
It's cheaper than all the other ones. I think that's why they made it, was people were tired of paying $300.
Well, honestly, I feel like they should
like $200.
They should get rid of disc drives altogether.
I don't think so.
It's obsolete.
It's
really obsolete.
Here's why I don't want that to happen. Is because say I buy a game, I buy a game digitally and it's complete garbage. Like if I pay $60 digitally and it's just utter trash, I can't do anything with it. I'm just out 60. But if I buy a disc, even if it's new, which you can't return new games anywhere, you can still resell it for maybe around like $48 somewhere else.
But say these marketplaces, PlayStation, Xbox, they adopt like Steam's policy where you could get the game digital. I think you play it it's like less than an hour, something like that. If you play it with only less than an hour and think within a week, you can get a full refund. You could buy the game, try it out for a minute, and then you don't like it, you get your money back.
You gotta think like this though. If that happens, you will never have the games marketplace become such a different place, because player count will decline because not everyone wants to pay that much for games. Mm-hmm. Like with discs, you can find deals, you can buy them off people for like super cheap. Not every parent's going to want to spend like $40, $60 on their kid's game when, like last year when they were discs, they could find a used one off of someone on like eBay for like $20. You can't do that unless they sell you codes. If they sell you the game outright, that's ridiculous. What they should do is they should sell you codes.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, to that point where, you trade discs, there's also websites like G2A, CD Keys, Green Monster, where you could, sell a game discounted because, you got like a bulk of codes or something like that.
That makes sense. Like if you sell codes, it's not like disc. It doesn't have the same it won't work exactly the same like at retailers and stuff, but you'll be able to have your code, have it not be activated, and still sell it at a discount, even if you don't want the game.
I just feel like digital's the way of the future. It's safer. You don't have to worry about your disc getting scratched. Like say in this instance, say I had a game digitally downloaded. Say I was coming over to your house for a day and I didn't have my game with me. I could just log in with my account, digitally download my game, and problem solved. You don't have to worry about lugging anything anywhere. It's all online stored. I feel like it's just a lot easier that way, which is becoming everything nowadays. Everything's convenience.
With digital games, they perform better because loading times are a lot slower. It basically operates like a PC. Mm-hmm. Like loading times are like instantaneous because you're not loading anything additional from the disc. It's all in digital files.
It's like having like a hard drive compared to like a disk drive.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know. I think it's just bad it's good business for them because in the long run, that's how they're going to make more money. So they're not just wholesaling their games to like retailers and still selling them digitally on the side. It's just digital. So I feel like that's going to make a lot of retailers go out of business then. Like, GameStop's already performing poorly because more people are buying games digitally than discs.
GameStop kind of did that to themselves, though. Like, if GameStop had a better, like, customer relation as far as, like, trade-in policy and stuff, they would do a lot better. Like, if they would give you a fair deal on your games, people would probably be more open to coming in, trading their games there, you know, rather than, you know, going to, like, eBay or, like, apps or something like that. Then it'd have more business, you know. Like, say they're like, all right, we'll give you a flat rate trade-in for a AAA game that came out within like the last couple of months. Mm-hmm. Like, say if the game's worth $60 retail, we'll automatically flat rate give you like a $10 cash trade-in or $15 in-store credit. You know, something like flat rate. Not when you buy a game, it's $60, it gets bad reviews, so then they only want to give you like $10 for a $60 game. You know. Mm-hmm. I just feel like it's not really set up fair.
I still like GameStop. Like, it's not my go-to for video games now. Best Buy is my go-to for video games because, well, I guess in a few months it won't be. Because what Best Buy did, they had the best membership thing of any video game retailer. It was their Gamers Club Unlocked. They take 20% off any like new game. So, like, if I went out and bought $60 game, I would pay $47.99. And then, even then, if I go and trade in games at GameStop, Best Buy, which I never do, they give you extra 10%. You get money off accessories. When you buy games, you get double the Best Buy points with them. So, you get, like, gift certificates, basically. And some games, when you pre-order them there, they give you $10. They give you a $10 reward certificate. So, like, that was the best thing, but then they stopped it. They canceled it.
Why?
I don't know. Amazon had the same thing with like Prime members, and I don't think they still do that. I have to look it up, but GameStop basically, I mean, Amazon did exactly the same thing if you have like Amazon Prime.
If you have Amazon Prime, you get a discount at Best Buy?
No, on Amazon.
Oh, games.
It's the same 20%. But the thing is with Best Buy, you can just go in there, have it the same day. You don't have to wait for like 2-day shipping.
I definitely like Best Buy. Best Buy has a really good reward system. They have same day shipping. So all that
they have
shit.
Store pickup. They have experts there. They repair your stuff there.
I mean, compared to like maybe like a lower known like electronics store, their prices may be a little bit higher, but it balances out. With
I don't know. Their video game deals, when they do have deals on video games, they're pretty significant. They're sometimes like $20, $30 off when they have because they have like 20 different sales throughout the year. They'll have like Black Friday. They literally have Black Friday deals in July and then still do Black Friday the later that year. I think last Black Friday I got video games, or at least 2 Black Fridays ago. The only game I remember getting a super good deal on was like Watch Dogs 2. It was $60. On Black Friday, it was $20.
Damn.
That's why I love Best Buy. Because like when they do sales, they take a lot of money off.
Shit, they sold me Fallout 76 for $60. Fuck it. It's probably the worst game I ever bought.
Remember when they were talking about the canvas bag? And then they gave everyone like this.
Oh, did you ever get it?
I got it. It's still shitty. The zipper goes like around the entire thing. I can't even use it. It's just sitting in my room somewhere.
I wonder what the idea of the Fallout 76 was. Like, who thought it was a good idea to strip Fallout of what it actually is and then just put out, I don't even know what you call it.
It's just boring to me.
No NPCs? That doesn't even sound fun.
NPCs now with an update, but it's like that damage has already been done.
Oh, I didn't know that. Like full NPC?
They give you like quests and stuff.
You talk to people and stuff like that? Oh shit. I might go back and check it out now. That was my only gripe with it. My gripe with it that no NPCs. Do you have like followers and stuff now?
No.
Oh well.
It still doesn't operate like a Fallout. It's still 76. It's just you can accept quests from people. That's it. It's basically Destiny. Well, no, that's not true. It's basically like take Skyrim, have it be fully completed, and just have the Radiant quests, and then take out the followers. That's what it is now. It's just doing the same quests over and over again.
Is there any hope for Fallout 5 or damage done to the point?
I still have hope. When I first played Fallout 4, I thought it was the best Fallout. But then after I finished it, after I did at least like 2 playthroughs, I thought, I don't know. It's kind of But
3 is the best for me. Story wise, mechanics wise, Fallout 4 is killing everything.
3 has the best story. New Vegas has the best mechanics.
Better than 4?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you couldn't even shoot like a first-person shooter.
New Vegas is like... You could.
No.
Wait, what'd you say?
Like, you couldn't operate like a first-person shooter. Like, you can go in first-person mode, but like...
You could look down the sights in New Vegas.
It was shitty, though. You couldn't really aim at nobody. Not like you can now. Now it's like a...
Well, it operates more like a first-person shooter now, which it kind of... It always... Well, it wasn't always like... Since 3, it kind of was, but now it's embracing that role a lot more. But I feel like that's not the focus of Fallout, is combat. The focus is like the environment, the storytelling, like how you operate with like other people, like NPCs and everything. The combat in 4 is good. It's my favorite, but like I don't know, something about New Vegas is just it feels more like Fallout to me.
Yeah, New Vegas was good. To me though, just like I wasn't a huge fan of the story. It's because like it was a little everywhere.
It's confusing, like especially towards the end when you're like planning like the dam battle.
Yeah,
I didn't really understand it the first time I played it. It took multiple playthroughs until I'm like, okay, I think I understand what's going on. I can't remember all the 3 had the best DLCs. Yeah, New Vegas DLCs, I hated them.
Mothership.
I really did not like New Vegas' DLCs.
Pit, Anchorage.
The Big Mountain one is the worst one.
You said Fallout what? 4?
New Vegas.
I never played in the DLCs.
The only one I liked was Honest Hearts, the one where you're in Zion Canyon. That was not bad. That was actually really good DLC. I don't know. 4's DLCs,
I like it. Vault Tech one was really fun.
The Vault Tech one is fun, and it was, how much was it? It was like $5, I think.
I think when it came out, it was 10.
Like, I feel like that, $10 for that.
It was worth it to me.
It was kind of worth it.
For all you could do, and it added elements into, like the workshop for the settlements that you could use outside, too. Like, certain things you could use outside the vault.
Yeah, that's fair. I would probably pay 10 for it.
Kind of had its own little quest line, too.
The quest was small, but you kind of had to work at it.
Sometimes I just killed the bitch and the quest was over.
I waited until the very end where she's like, "Oh, I'm leaving the vault," and then I killed her because she's evil. The robot one, the mechanist, whatever, that one was kind of dumb. I liked it because I like the actual DLC because you can customize your robots. Like, you can customize Codsworth and turn them into basically like a sentry bot. That's cool. That's like thinking outside of like the realm of possibility, and I really liked that. The quest itself was not that good. I don't think it should have had the Mechanist in it. It should have been someone new. Because a Mechanist is a reference to Fallout 3.
And it wasn't even
the same Mechanist.
Was the robots really worth it, though? Like, it was a cool thing when they announced it.
It depends how much it was. I had the season pass. So I got all of them for free. Well, not free. I paid $30 for it.
I just remember...
I think with the season pass, to get all of them, that's worth it. $30 for all of that, that's worth it. But to pay like individually for it, because the first playthrough I ever did was on PlayStation, and I bought the season pass. The second playthrough I ever did was on my computer, and playing most of the DLCs, I'm like, I'm not going to buy the season pass, I'll just buy the DLCs that I want. And I remember thinking like, I don't know, this is kind of a lot. The Far Harbor... I don't know.
It was the environment that killed it for me.
I understand it. It's kind of like a moral thing, but that doesn't work when you're forced to make a decision. You should have options. Like in Fallout, like in New Vegas, where you can pick what factions die and what factions live. That makes sense. You could not do that in Fallout 4. That's my biggest problem with Fallout 4. It's either like you choose this faction and everyone else dies, or you choose this faction and everyone else dies. That's fucked up.
Well, there's an ending where everybody's cool.
No, there's not.
Yeah, there is. I did it before.
Officially?
Yes.
Not mod?
Yeah, not mod. Well, yeah.
I think it's a mod.
I can't remember if it was
It's
or
a
not.
mod because I have it on I have it on PC.
Maybe it was then, because I remember finishing the game. Everybody was cool. Maybe not with each other, but they were all alive.
That's my biggest thing about Fallout 4. That ending is terrible because you basically have to murder everybody else.
It had a lot of good potential. That's why I'm so excited for Fallout 5.
Elder Scrolls will come out first. I'm more excited about that than in Fallout 5.
Give me a Fallout where the radiation's going away, the grass is starting to grow back a little bit, and you have to like try and form a government, something like that. That would be a really good game. Instead of it being a ravaged wasteland.
That's kind of Fallout 3 though.
Somewhat, yeah. I like Fallout 3 because like the Brotherhood of Steel is the good guys, and fucking Ford, they're like assholes.
No, they're not. They kind of operate the same way that they always did in 3.
I killed him.
I didn't kill him. Oh no, I did kill him. I shot up the Institute the first time.
Yeah, I fucking shot him. There's a fucking okay, so if you download a mod where you can like teleport anywhere, you can teleport to the Institute in the very beginning of the game and kill your son. It's hilarious. But you fail so many quests when you do that.
I think the next Elder Scrolls is going to be great.
Yeah.
Because Skyrim, out of any Bethesda game, I'd still say Skyrim's my favorite.
Yeah. Skyrim's the most complete game to me.
There's nothing bad I can say about Skyrim. Other than maybe, like, when you're done with everything, there's nothing left to do. But that's kind of the point. Like, there's so much shit, it'll take you forever to get done with it. And even, like, the DLCs are super lengthy, which is what I like in DLCs. Especially, like, story DLCs. I want them to last.
Have you played online? Elder Scrolls Online?
No. I keep wanting to, but like, I don't know. I don't understand. What do you do?
It's cool. I tried it.
Is it like World of Warcraft?
No, there's quests. There's a main quest, and then there's like side quests, stuff like that. It's fun. I beat the main quest on it, and I just stopped playing. So, but it's kind of like Destiny in a way that people are always around, stuff like that. But it works because they can trade with you. Like they can give you stuff and stuff like that. So sometimes people are nice. They'll give you like armor, stuff like that. There's like in-game events. It's a good game.
I don't know.
There's just like so many different DLCs and versions of it now and stuff.
I'm curious, like where the next Elder Scrolls is going to be set. A lot of people are saying it's like Raven Rock, which is basically where the Dark Elves are or something.
You can run in Elder Scrolls Online too, like really fast. I think faster.
You can run in
faster
Skyrim.
than you could on the other one.
You can run in Skyrim. This is my cat, probably.
Should have named him Dovahkiin.
That's alright. He doesn't like Skyrim. He only likes Dragon Ball.
I'm gonna give my cat a tattoo.
That's the animal cruelty. I'll do that.
It's gonna be my guinea pig. Put it to sleep.
Oh, Jesus.
Spartans, prepare for glory. It's like, there's no glory to be won here.
Only death. It's like, that's pretty fucked up, dude. Why'd you come? You knew you were gonna die. They told them when they leave, oh, we might not all come back. You're still king. You can't bitch now.
His big motivational speak. Spartans, listen up and eat hearty. For tonight, we dine in hell. Wow, that's fucked up. Eat the fuck out this fucking... What were they even eating? Probably rats and shit.
I don't think they brought any food. Probably the person it's funny.
But what the fuck why does that guy get to go back? Because his eyes fucked up? He can tell a story good? That makes no fucking sense.
He was like a general. He was one of the top guys. He's like, just go back. Tell my wife what happened.
What's the chances the fucking king's the last one to die? He looks up at the arrows. He had time to run away. Realistically...
No, he didn't.
No, realistically, he could have just grabbed the motherfucker and put him over top of him and use him as like a shield.
What's he gonna do then? What's he gonna do after? He's gonna shoot more arrows, go down there and kill.
Oh, man.
300, it's a really dumb movie, but it's so dumb that it's good. That's like Hobbs and Shaw. Hobbs and Shaw is a stupid ass movie, but it's really fun to watch.
On behalf of my half of No Wait Podcast, I do not endorse any movie with The Rock in it anymore for at least 2 or 3 years.
I'm there.
Ever since I've seen Skyscraper, worst movie I've ever seen.
The last good
besides Mother.
Good Rock movie of him just like clearly just being himself is Jumanji. Like the technically second Jumanji, that movie was so funny because you could tell all the actors were just having fun.
I liked the one with him and Kevin Hart where he's like
CIA
school
or something.
Yeah, that one's really
I never
good.
saw that.
It was good.
Remember Pain and Gain?
Great movie.
That was a really funny movie. It's kind of fucked up.
Oh, man. You know what fucking low-key ruined my childhood the other day?
What?
So, Rocky is my favorite movie out of almost everything. All the Rockies. Maybe except for 5. 5 is a little shitty. But Stallone didn't direct that one. So, it's okay. No, he didn't direct 5. Yeah, he directed all of them except for 5.
Who directed 5?
I don't know. Wasn't him.
I'm pretty sure it was him.
No, he didn't. That was the only one he didn't direct. Balboa was amazing.
No, I don't like Balboa.
I watched a fucking clip of Creed. What the fuck is that bullshit? That's bullshit. That CGI ass fucking fight scene. What the fuck was that?
What?
The fight scene. The fight scene in Creed. It was Creed 2, so maybe it's not the first one.
I haven't seen Creed 2.
But Creed 2, the fight scene is fucking CGI. It's
Is it?
trash. Trash. It's like watching
a Rocky movie?
Yeah, it's like watching somebody play a fucking video game. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? I'm watching this.
What fight was it?
He's fighting Drago's son, which I was really excited for. Like, I'd rather see Creed 2 just because it incorporates Creed 4. Rocky 4, which is my favorite. Yeah. Rocky 4 is the best. What's your favorite?
Rocky 2.
Rocky
2. 4 is your favorite?
Huh?
Why? What? Rocky 4?
Because it was so emotional. Like, he was good with Creed.
Apollo Creed is a fucking idiot. He wanted to die. He came out there and made the biggest spectacle and died.
Like he said, I gotta go out the way I gotta go out. He said, don't stop this fight.
Let him die.
No matter what. No matter what. His wife was like, stop the fight! He was like, no! Dude.
Rocky should have been charged for that.
His legs start shaking. I'm like, oh shit.
2 is my favorite because 1, Rocky clearly lost.
In what, 2?
And 1.
Yeah, but 1 wasn't about him winning. 1 was just about him going the distance. No one ever went the distance with Creed anymore before. So
2 is my favorite because of the ending. Which...
No,
not that. The one where they both get knocked down.
Oh no, that was the first one. I'm sorry.
Rocky and
Apollo.
They both almost get up, but then Apollo falls at the last second. Mm-hmm. I'm like, damn, fight almost went on.
if you look real closely, Creed's getting up. He's ahead of Rocky. And then he looks at Rocky, and he just gives up because he realizes like Rocky's more hungry than him. Like he wants this more than him. He's the better fighter, and he lost all hope in that moment. He just dropped.
Here's why Creed. I don't like it. I like Creed. I like the guy who plays like Apollo's son, and the actual final fight in the first Creed movie is like really good.
Mm-hmm.
But here's why I don't like Creed. It ruins the end of Rocky 3.
Why?
So remember the end of Rocky 3, it's Rocky and Apollo, they're fighting, and at the last second, they like throw a punch, the movie stops.
Mm-hmm.
They tell you what happened. Like Creed asked Rocky, he was like, they said they had a secret fight. He was like, yeah, we did. He's like, who won? And the last thing Rocky says, he did. So it basically said Apollo won. That's fucked up. That's the whole point of that ending.
Yeah.
Rocky had cancer. Rocky did.
That's fucked up. His wife died of cancer.
I
I remember the funniest part of Rocky Balboa is when he's talking to Paulie right before he's about to fight again. He's like, "Are you upset because Adrian left you?" It's like, "He didn't leave, Paulie. She died." Like, dude, you're a fucking asshole.
Your fucking sister. How you know she died?
It's like Rocky and beat his fucking ass. You fucking asshole. My wife died, bitch. He's a fucking asshole. Asking for money and shit throughout all the Rocky movies and shit. Jesus.
Rocky's.
Hold on. So is Paulie in Creed?
I think Paulie's actor died a while ago.
Oh shit. See, I'm not gonna watch Creed then.
Creed's good.
It's gonna ruin my childhood.
The first one at least. Like the dynamic between Apollo's son and Rocky is really good.
See, I didn't like when they killed Adrian. I don't think they should have killed Adrian. Adrian was a really good factor. Like she's what kept Rocky motivated. Is his son in Creed? Rocky's son? Because he was in Balboa. He was like one of the main parts of Balboa. And that girl, Marie.
I don't know.
I would have been happier to see them fight Clubber's son than Drago. Because even at the end,
Clubber's one-sided.
But Drago and Rocky were cool at the end. Like in the last round, they were cool. Like they had mutual respect. Fucking Clubber hated Rocky. Even after the fight, that nigga hated him. So I feel like that would have been a better like rivalry. But Russia. MAGA. Have you seen Chucky?
I have no desire to see that movie. I have no desire. I hate when they redo old horror movies.
You gotta watch it though. I feel like we can have a really good discussion on society just based off that movie. So Chucky, instead of being a possessed doll, imagine if they made a smart doll. Mm-hmm. Like you have smartphones, smart this, smart that. Imagine you had a smart doll. He could walk, he could talk, memorize your name. You could say, "Hey, Chucky, turn on Orange is the New Black on Netflix." He connects to your TV because it's a good guy brand TV. He could make you something to eat because your oven's a good brand. That your lights, your security system, everything's that brand. So incorporate that. Take out Chucky and replace that with Alexa. Say you have smart lights, smart AC, smart security, smart everything in your house. Smart thermostat, all that. Say something was to hack Alexa. They have control of your communication, your climate, everything. They can literally control your life. That's kind of what this Chucky's about. He can tap into everything. Even in this movie, they have like how Ubers are now. They're kind of like Teslas. They're like self-driving smart cars. Chucky can control that too. So I feel like it's a message that we're becoming too dependent on society and stuff like that. Chucky? Yeah, that's exactly what I told Brittany when the movie started. I told her straight up, like, this is a great movie, but they ruin it by putting it in the Chucky brand because then all people are going to do is compare it to Child's Play. When they should have named it like Buddy or good guy or something like that. Don't name it Chucky, because then you're looking to be like, oh, it's a killer doll. It's crazy. It cusses. It has stitches on its face. It's not like that.
All Chucky movies were great. Almost all of them were great. I ever watched Chucky and thought, man, that was bad. Except Cult of Chucky. That was stupid.
I didn't like Bride of Chucky or Son of
I like
Chucky.
Bride of Chucky. Son was kind of dumb. Bride was good.
I like the Child's Play. Child's Play 1, 2, and 3 were okay. Curse of Chucky wasn't that bad.
Which is the one where Andy's at like military?
That's 3.
That's 3. My favorite scene. That has my favorite scene out of any Chucky movie is when they're all using like paintballs. They're supposed to use paintballs, and he replaces them with rifle ammo.
That's good.
That's fucked up.
He like chases them into like the fair, and the cop gets them, and they're like the lost or found place. Yeah.
I don't know. What else is on Netflix?
My phone died. From what I've seen though, the Lord of the Rings franchise is going to be on there, which I'm definitely going to give that a look at.
I still like The Hobbit better in every way.
What would make me definitely watch this is if they put it in the 4K category. Having something in 4K makes me automatically want to watch it way more than something that's not. I don't know why. It does.
4K's lost its. I've lost the appeal of 4K unless it's in a video game. I don't really care. Like, because when you first get like a 4K TV, and you can see the difference between that and 1080p, it's like, oh wow, that's really good. I want to watch everything. But after a while, it just becomes normal. And even when you go back down to like 1080p, you're like, that's not that much different.
Also, not everything's shot the right way to be in 4K. Like, I've watched some 4K shit where it's like, I can't really tell. But then I watched certain 4K shit and I'm like, wow. Like, it's smoother. It's just nicer.
The only 4K stuff I want to watch is stuff that's supposed to have like detail in it or animated. Not animated, but like CGI stuff. Netflix
has like a Planet Earth and stuff like that. I love watching that 4K. It's beautiful. Amazon has this show. It's a little off topic, but they have this show called The Boys. It's in 4K.
Oh, I want to watch that.
It's so good.
I see clips of it like on YouTube and stuff.
It's
the premise
so
sounds
good.
really good.
I'm like 2 episodes away from finishing the first season. It's good. Like the superheroes are like celebrities of today. Like they're all like stuck up assholes, and like the first 10 minutes of the first episode is hilarious. This fucking dude, it's like the Flash, like runs into this girl and like literally blows her into like a pile of blood. It's really cool.
There's a Watchmen series coming to HBO.
I never seen the movie.
Watchmen, the movie, is...
People always hyped it up.
Okay. It's not great. It's a good adaptation, but it's not amazing.
It's like Avengers 2. Avengers 2 sucks so bad.
Age of Ultron?
It sucks so bad.
Here's why I think they made Age of Ultron. They needed that to make more movies.
It's like an animated fucking movie. They could have made that shit into a cartoon, honestly. It wasn't good to me. It was...
Good. They did Ultron the wrong way, but...
Civil War was a much better movie than Age of Ultron. That had the best...
Civil War kind of pissed me off.
Civil War and Endgame had the best 2 scenes of any Marvel movie ever.
What is it in Civil War?
Iron Man and Cap fighting at the end. Iron Man and Cap and Winter Soldier fighting at the end.
Stolen.
They fucked him up.
Stolen.
They fucked him up.
They robbed... Bucky's a bitch. Iron Man would have beat in a serious fight. Think of like full power Iron Man versus full power Captain America. Iron Man beats him every single time.
No, fuck no. Cap grabs him, rips his fucking armor off. Iron Man can't do nothing.
Rips his armor off. He is not that strong.
All Captain America has to do is catch Iron Man on a bad day. It's over.
A bad day? No, we're talking about a serious fight, 1-on-1. Captain America loses. He can't. No shields either. If we're talking about just a straight fist fight, I mean, Iron Man automatically wins.
Yeah. The Marvel universe is looking a little weird.
Even with his shield, his repulsion stuff, Iron Man still wins.
Oh,
He'd beat anyone on the Avengers except Scarlet Witch.
All I gotta say is we had one opportunity to see who would win, and we
It was
we saw what
versus
happened.
1. That's not even fair. And he was in the right.
It's
Bucky killed his parents, and then he wanted to beat Bucky's ass.
It wasn't his fault. He's brainwashed.
So he still should pay.
And technically,
and
Iron Man's 2 people.
Because Steve knew the entire time. He still didn't tell Tony Stark, and it's Captain America's fault for what happened in Infinity War. It's 100% Captain America's fault because he split up the Avengers. If all the Avengers were together, that Infinity War would have never happened.
Yeah.
Iron Man wouldn't have had to die in Endgame.
What do you think about all these new TV shows? Like, how do you think this is gonna work out?
I'm curious to see what they do with the Loki one. I don't give a crap about Bucky and the Winter Soldier.
She-Hulk.
If it's animated, sure, but live action, no. I don't see that.
You don't think all this shit dilutes the MCU?
It does. I mean, that's too much.
That's what I was thinking. I'm thinking like we're used to looking forward to this movie coming out, and maybe it connects with this movie and this movie.
Because now there's gonna be so much, and you're gonna have to follow so many things now.
Because it's the subscription service, right?
Disney Plus, yeah.
Who wants to do that? You're gonna have to watch this show, this show, this show. It's too much. And even with all that content, nothing's exclusive. You're not really gonna look forward to anything.
I don't care about Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
I do. That was one of the main endings of Endgame. Who's picking up the mantle of Captain America?
He's not Captain America. He already said he's not. He's not going to become Captain America. He just has a shield.
That's fucking stupid. It's dumb. That's dumb. They could have really did that.
There's a bunch of other WandaVision. I'm curious because I will watch that because that ties into the Doctor Strange movie that's coming out.
They should have took the Netflix series, kept those as series, still made movies, and then just release them exclusively on this service.
What I want is I don't want as many movies. You keep the Loki and the WandaVision.
That's a movie, or is it a show?
Those are shows.
I don't want a show.
Take Blade, which I think they're gonna make a movie.
You gotta
make that
Blade.
a TV show.
Nah, Blade's a movie. Blade's a standalone hero.
You're gonna have to pack a bunch of stuff into that. I'd rather just watch like season 1 of Blade, season 2 of Blade, turn it into a TV show so you can do a lot more with the story. Like kind of like how you did with Luke Cage. Like the start of Luke Cage is nothing like the end of Luke Cage.
Oh, the start was hot fire. Like they were on fire when it started. That show was amazing, and then lost steam. It's because they gave the spotlight to the wrong villain. They should have kept Diamondback the villain. Cottonmouth, yeah. Should have kept him the villain.
He's Blade now.
He's a good Blade.
Yeah,
good Blade.
He's gonna be good. I like him.
I wouldn't have been objective if they would have brought back Wesley Snipes.
I would have. Hell no.
Because I like stuff like that.
No, he's way
just
too
like
old.
with the Spider-Man situation. Bring back Tobey Maguire. Fuck it. What do you have to lose?
You cannot put Tobey Maguire in the MCU.
Why?
You cannot.
No, not well. Spider-Man's not in MCU. Remember?
You cannot put him. You can put him. Yeah, you can put him in his own movie. But all people are going to do now is like, oh, he's not Tom Holland.
Fuck Tom Holland. Tobey Maguire is the original Spider-Man. This is what you do, Sony. If you're cutting ties with fucking Marvel, that's fine. You can still have a good, successful thing. You have people that still in love with that Spider-Man. That's the highest. It was the highest selling movie of all time when it came out, something like that.
Spider-Man 2 was.
But like, bring him back. Bring him back. Let's just say
I wouldn't be opposed to it. Tobey Maguire is still my favorite Spider-Man.
Skip 20 years. Let's say he's been fighting this whole time. Let's say something happened. Let's say he had kids. Something. And fuck it. Let's make it really a dark movie. Let's say his kids died. And now, he's coming back as Spider-Man or something like that. That would be amazing. See, that's what I like.
No, what they should do is do Venom 2 and then have that be in the Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man universe.
You gotta cut Venom. No.
Venom was great. I loved Venom. Venom was stupid as fuck.
Venom's not goofy to me. He's vicious. He's Venom. He's not supposed to be goofy.
In the comics, he's exactly like that.
I turn the movie off.
He's sometimes a villain.
I got halfway in the movie, and I'm like, nah, fuck. When he started eating people, I'm like, nah, that's fucking dumb.
That was the funniest parts.
I'm like, this isn't the Venom I'm used to. I'd rather see the Venom from fucking Spider-Man 3 than that bullshit.
Oh, I quit. I'm done. That is terrible. Spider-Man 3 Venom was absolutely garbage.
Could you imagine if we would have got a Spider-Man 4? Imagine if Tobey Maguire would have stayed on.
Bring back Sam Raimi. Don't have the studio involved. Well, in some ways, not as involved. That's why Spider-Man 3 sucked. It's because they forced him to put Venom in the movie to sell toys. But
Tobey Maguire could have been such a good person in the MCU. He could have been one of the leaders. Instead of being like the young kid,
the character he
could have been a leader.
He had bad chemistry with every other actor. Because they all basically, more or less, act the same way.
Oh, I think there's different versions. Andrew Garfield was more like a serious younger kid. And Tom Holland's goofy.
Andrew Garfield was trash as fuck, man.
I liked it.
That was trash. That was terrible.
Tobey Maguire was perfect.
The whole premise of Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man is he turned into Spider-Man because he was a criminal.
How?
Remember, he went to go try and find Uncle Ben's killer. He kept beating the shit out of people who looked like the killer. And then he made the Spider-Man costume to hide his identity. Isn't that just fucked up? Doesn't that go against everything about Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Also, the stories were stupid. The premises were dumb. The only good part of that was when Stacy died.
I didn't like the second one. The fucking electric dude, I could have did without that shit. Yeah. The lizard dude was okay, but I'm good.
I don't know. Spider-Man 2, well, actually.
Electro, Jamie Foxx. What Jamie? Who thought Jamie Foxx was a good fucking Spider-Man villain? That's like being fucking Paul Giamatti being Rhino. Like, come on, man.
That wouldn't have been bad.
No, fuck that.
I don't know what my favorite Spider-Man is.
Mine's the first Spider-Man ever.
Mine's probably Far From Home. Only because of Mysterio. He is the second best villain of the entire MCU.
Are we talking Tom Holland Spider-Man or overall?
Overall.
Oh, yeah. Spider-Man 1 with Tobey Maguire.
The ending,
best Spider-Man ever.
Far From Home, and then one of the construction scene from Far From Home are the best two moments of any Spider-Man movie.
The part on the very first Spider-Man when they're on the parade, best part of probably any Spider-Man movie ever. When they fight on the glider.
Cheesy ass shit.
That was good as shit.
That was stupid.
That was super good.
No,
and in the end,
where
he's like, Peter, it's me, Peter.
Did you see Far From Home?
Yeah,
that
was okay.
Part of the construction scene was amazing. That was great, especially the Iron Man part. Because at that moment, you realize this dude is just fucking evil.
That's true.
And then the very end, where he darkens the entire hallway, and he only can use his spider sense.
That was cool.
Oh shit!
Like a little alternate reality thing.
Towards him, that's great. That made up for the entire movie.
MCU future is pretty bright. I feel like. I just hope they don't oversaturate.
I think it'll die out. People will start to get tired.
Well, yeah. After Avengers, it's kind of like unless you have to revive it somehow. Like I heard that Tom Holland was coming back, and there was plans to be a future Avengers movie where he kind of like mentored Iron Man's daughter and stuff like that. Like that gives people hope that all right, Avengers can come back. Maybe Thor comes back for just one movie, and then that's the ending of Thor. They end it out in an Avengers movie, something like that.
There's Love and Thunder, but that has Natalie Portman as female Thor.
That's good though. I'm glad they brought her back.
No, I hate her. I hate her character. I hate Natalie Portman. She's a terrible actor.
I'm excited for Guardians of the Galaxy too. Guardians of the Galaxy is really good. I just hope they don't fuck
all
up.
All those movies are good. All the Guardians. Because they just work together so well.
They're goofy. It's not too serious. It's really good.
They brought James Gunn back after he got fired, which was good.
I guess that's it.
I don't know about the MCU. I'm done. Like, if they made nothing else after this, I'd be fine. I'd be like, all right, that was good 10 years.
Just independent movies would be fine. I'm selfish. I still want an Avengers movie. Okay, yeah.
Joke movie's gonna be great.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Because the people who've already seen, like critics and early critics and stuff, say it's amazing, and I think it's gonna be amazing. I love solo villain movies.
I hope they find a way to to tie it in to the new Batman.
No.
Like, I hate,
No.
What's
Don't
the
do
point
that.
of the Joker?
Don't do that.
What's the point of the Joker then? He's just gonna kill fucking people with no.
It's the
hero
joke.
to
It's
stop
the
him?
most recognizable villain in comic book history. He deserves his own movie without any other heroes and stuff jumping in.
I agree with that. Give him his first movie. Let him fuck hella shit up. Let him become a great villain. Let this first one be a great movie. Let Batman come out, but then maybe incorporate it. Maybe whatever happens in this Joker and the Robert Pattinson Batman, maybe reference that a little bit, like newspaper or something like that, and then eventually bring it together. Because I don't want to see superhero and villains movies where they don't interact anymore. Like I don't want to see that.
Because it's not really meant to be like an action movie. It's meant to be like kind of like a biopic.
To me, it seems like a psychological thriller.
Almost, yeah. But the Robert Pattinson Batman's gonna be good. He's a good actor. I feel like most people just see him in like Twilight.
I haven't seen him in anything other than that.
He's really good. Like he doesn't do big movies anymore. He only does small movies because he's not like forced to be. Like studios don't force him to be like a certain type of person. Like he actually gets to like transform himself.
You heard the Peanut Butter Falcon? The new Shia
I've seen
LaBeouf
the trailer for that. It looks good. It looks good. Shia LaBeouf's weird.
He's weird, but I always root for Shia LaBeouf. Like I want him to do good movies because he's had really good movies in the past. Like look at Terminator, fucking Terminator 3. God, that was such a good movie.
Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah,
What does he have to do with that?
he's a Terminator.
No, he's not.
Oh, not Terminator.
Transformers.
That's what I mean. Transformers promotion. So yeah. This has been the No Wait Podcast.
All right.
Don't forget to spay and neuter your cats.
Tune in next time where we spay and neuter a cat.
And I feel like we should end it with something. How you want to end it? Do advice.
Advice?
Mm-hmm. Random advice.
Always remember to get at least 6 hours of sleep every night. Don't overindulge.
There are... I heard this great fact last night. What was it? You can... Alright, fuck it. Your body's 80% water, so drink at least 8 glasses of water a day. Preferably purified. And if you live in Flint, Michigan, get bottled water. Thank you.
That's fucked up.
Support for Flint. I didn't talk shit. I didn't tell him to drink that shit. I said go get some bottled water.
When do you think they're going to fix that? It's Michigan.
When it gets gentrified.
No one cares.
Once it gets gentrified and the white people move in, it'll be fixed. They're trying to get the fucking...
That's okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, it makes Nestle more money.
Yeah.
Nestle's behind it.
It's just chocolate milk, guys. That's been the No Way Podcast. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. Subscribe. Like, comment. Thanks. Later.